and welcome to the vlog today. So we are gonna kick off decorating around the house. So I've got some of the big pieces out, but today I'm gonna start working on the details and starting to finish off some of the rooms. We just had Natalie's birthday, so I still have all the birthday things up that I'm gonna have to get out of the dining room and then start transferring things over to Christmas. I'm just very excited because this is my favorite decorating time of year. If you've watched my vlogs for a number of years, you know I love Christmas. I love decorating for Christmas, and we have a lot of Christmas decorations to put out. We'll see how much we get put out today, but I'm gonna show you some of the things I'm gonna work on first and then just try to get through as much of the decor as possible. So I think one of the first things I'm gonna work on is the mantle, and I actually got this garland this year that has a really cute gingerbread print all over it. It's got these gingerbread cookies and some bows. So I'm gonna grab that out of there, but first I need to put the mantle hooks up on the mantle. I have two of them up there that were up there from Halloween. These are mantle clips, and I still have two more to put up, and then I'm gonna start putting our stockings up here. It also works great for garland. These have like kind of a little holly print on them, but it's really, really subtle, so I actually did use these for Halloween too. But I thought about getting just a plain like gold pair or just kind of a neutral set that I can use year round, because it works really, really well for just regular garland too. And I use garland to decorate for pretty much all the different holidays. If you hear Animal Crossing going in the background, that's because there's Isabella over in the little Animal Crossing world right now too. So then after I get all of these different decor pieces out, I'll have to, of course, vacuum all the floors because it will get little strands of this green stuff all over the floor. But I'm excited to see this because I just kind of bought it. That's a candy cane. I kind of bought it just because I thought it would go well with the tree in here. I'm planning on doing red, so it is gonna match pretty well. Hi, Penguin. And gingerbread ornaments on our main tree in here. And I'm also thinking this year about taking, I usually do the ribbon around the tree, but I'm actually thinking about taking it from the top and pulling it down. This is something different. So let's get this up there and I can hang the stockings because that's cooking. So this is also a part that I don't always typically show. Sometimes I get things up there and I'm just like, no, I really don't like that. They're outside building a dollhouse for Natalie's room, by the way, too. So if you can hear the saw in the background, that's what it is. So we'll be sharing that as well. So this is just a little bit too full, but I actually have a thinner garland that I think I'm gonna put up there. And I'm going to use this table that I have behind the couch. I have a spread that I put on that, and just looking at that, I feel like I'm gonna like it better on this table. So I'm gonna grab all that stuff out and see if I like that garland better over here. So after putting it on there, I kind of have my set things that I like on here, and I kind of already have my set things that I like over there. So then I looked up there and I went, well, you know what? I don't really ever decorate up there. So I took down all of the regular items that I usually have in these kind of upper decor areas. And so I'm gonna just let this simmer for a minute and see what I think. I actually have a large picture that I could put up behind it to kind of put some things up there with maybe some Christmas trees, and then I can put ornaments over here in this bird cage, and I'll get to what's gonna happen over there. But I haven't decorated up here for Christmas since we moved into this house. So I thought that might be an interesting option. So I'm just gonna let that simmer for a bit and go ahead and start getting all the rest of the things out. The things I normally do put on the mantle over here at this table, and the pillow covers. And then I'm gonna move to getting things on the tree. So here is a check-in on the garland situation. So what I ended up with so far, I normally put this little faux poinsettia plant here on this table, and we have kind of a Christmas countdown that we do here. I have two thinner garlands. This one's kind of like a woodsy garland that has some bells interspersed on it, and then I have this really thin garland over here that's kind of like a shiny red berries. So after moving everything around, I liked the thinner red garland over here, and I have a sign I'm going to be putting right here in the middle of the mantelpiece as well. And then I have this sign that I got this year at Hobby Lobby that says the most wonderful time of the year. It's sitting on just a box that's underneath it when you're across the room, you can read year. You kind of have to scoot back, but it's like almost the exact height of that area in there, so I couldn't use a box that was too tall, but I kind of really like how that's coming together up there. So like I said, I haven't decorated up top very much, I don't think, since we've lived here, but I'm kind of digging it. So we'll see how it evolves from here. I'm gonna take all of this stuff out of this bird cage over there and just toss ornaments in there. I feel like I maybe need some more taller pieces to go in there, so I'm gonna write that on the list. And also, one of the things I do is I go around and decorate. I put all my favorite things out first, and then especially when I'm decorating new areas like this, I kind of see things that I wish I had to decorate with. So like over here where that kind of placeholder tree is, that brown one, I wish I had like a really tall, beautiful red bottle brush tree, and I think that would just be really fun to have over there, but I don't have anything like that currently. So what I do is I just keep a running list over here on the counter as I am, you know, putting things out, and I write a list of what to look for on my next couple shopping trips, so that way if I see one when I'm out, it jars my memory like, oh, I would like to have that for a specific place in one of the decorating areas. So I kind of do that as I decorate as well. So this year on our main tree, we're gonna do a gingerbread theme, and I changed it up a bit this year. So I got this ribbon from Michael's, and I'm gonna tuck it in still, but I normally wrap it around kind of in a circle all around down the tree, but I've seen this where it goes kind of vertically down the tree, and I just really like how it looks and kind of changed it up. So I normally put a star on the top of the tree. This year I put a bow, and the ribbon is going a different direction this year. So far so good. I really like it. I just cut all the different ribbon pieces to length, and I'm gonna go through and tuck them in, and then it just looks like a really cool like candy cane going down the tree. So I figured since I do gingerbread and kind of a more of a sweet treat theme on this tree in here, I thought that this would work really well for this tree. I went through and tried tucking the ribbon in. I'm probably gonna redo this a few different times, but this is where it is right now. So I do actually really like this, and it's something that's kind of different. I've never done it like this, like I said, so should be interesting to see what it turns out like, but that's what the tree is looking like right now. Over here on this table, I have some items that I always have over here. I still need to get all of the pillowcases on the pillows. And then over here on the mantle, I have the wreath turned on right now, and a Merry and Bright sign that I got this year, a polar bear and a reindeer, and I want to try to find some either like Fair Isle and gray that kind of match these bulbs, some stockings that are like white, silver, sparkly, so that's on my list of things to find. And then this is a joy sleigh that I think I got at Kirkland's a few years ago after we moved into this house, and absolutely love it. So I'm gonna have to run the vacuum cleaner after I get all of this stuff put out, but I have our little Santa down here. I put him out every single year, and this one is a special one because it is the last gift that my grandmother gave to my mom, and then my mom has passed it down to me. And so he's a fun little Santa. When you plug him in, he moves and sings, and there's actually a cassette tape in the back. So it's like super old school, but we still have the cassette tape, and the cassette tape works and everything. So on some of our Vlogmas vlogs from past years, you probably have seen the Santa, because we usually play the tape at least one evening, and the kids can like sit and hang out, and it's got all kinds of fun songs and everything. So that's a special one. And then I am going through and kind of finding new homes. This is something I got in clearance last year at the end of the season, so I'm trying that out there. And I've got all of the top areas done over here. I just used some of the leftover red bulbs to put over here in this cage, and I absolutely love that. And so one of my ideas for up here, because I have all these different signs from some of my favorite Christmas songs, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, Joy to the World, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, and Welcome to Our Winter Wonderland is the song. I wrote on my list of things to look for if I could find some little like silver or black music notes that I could just sprinkle around as like kind of an accent around up here, you know, if like, I don't know, Hobby Lobby had some ceramic ones or something. I was just looking at it going, you know what, that'd be really super cute if I could just put some like music notes like down there to that right corner. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. Obviously that's just something I've made up in my head, so I don't even know if it exists, but it would be cute if I could find it. And I showed this one in a vlog, I think right after it arrived, but in case you didn't see that vlog, I think I'm gonna go try to hang this up over by the front of the house, or maybe we'll try it on the hook that I have right here. That'd be fun because it's kind of like a song too. But I got this from a crafter that posted in a Disney Dooney group that I'm in, and I just thought it was really super cute. So I'm gonna try it on this hook over here and see what it looks like. So that's cute, and it kind of goes with the song theme that I have going around the whole rest of the room. Slowly but surely, we're taking a hot cocoa break. I'm making some hot cocoa for Natalie on the Keurig, and I obviously still have to get a ton of ornaments on the tree. I only have a few ornaments on there, some bulbs, and then just a couple gingerbread ornaments that I got this year. I still have to get all the ones that I've already had in previous years on there, but it's getting there. And this is this table so far. The mantle is about done. I think if I can try to find some different stockings and also like varying sizes of just white or silver bottle brush trees, I thought those might be a pretty accent just to put on the ends. And I really love how this upper part turned out this year, and it's actually mainly things. The things on the sides, I think I had some of those in previous years, but everything in the center is new stuff that I did not have before, so that worked out really well. And then I ended up putting the "I'll be home for Christmas" sign over here. Yes, this child has moved and now she's back over here on a different device. And the next thing I'm gonna work on after we take our hot cocoa break is putting the pillow covers on. But as you can tell, Penguin is worn out from all of this hubbub and all of the help that he has given me. Not really, but he's sat and looked cute on his dog bed, so there's that. But it's getting there, little bit by little bit. So I'm in the middle of getting Christmas mugs out, so I just made it in one of my regular mugs for right now. And I'm still working with this area over here. I haven't decided what I'm gonna leave out. I showed this in a video earlier in the week, but I wanted to make sure to mention these are little hot cocoa mugs. How cute are those? So the kids can use that this season. But I did not have this sign yet when I did that video, and it came with some of the stuff I'd ordered from Michael's. And this is at Michael's currently this season. I thought it was really cute. It says "warm up at the hot chocolate bar." So I've got to figure out, because I've got the hot chocolate bar stuff that I'm, really wanting to use a good portion of the season. I've got this gingerbread sign that I really like as well. I could just put that back there. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get too much crammed over here. So I'm just kind of trying to let this simmer and figure out what I want to do with it. And of course, after we have a couple hot cocoa nights, I might actually move it into like the butler's pantry area, and then I'll kind of get it off this main counter that I use for cooking and all of that. But anyhow, slowly but surely. Oh, and over here, I've started working with this area. I need to go back in my pictures and see what I've done in previous years. So these bottle brush trees are new. These canisters are new. So I've actually taken off the canisters that are usually up there. And I want to look at my pictures from last year to see how I have this organized. So anyhow, we're going to take a hot cocoa break. We also have these cute little mugs that my mom gave them. And this is what we use kind of year-round when we want hot cocoa. And then I like those little snowman mugs that we got as well. So I am going to drop in some marshmallows and get them some treats on a plate, and they can have their hot cocoa. The kids love these with their hot chocolate, and these were just $1 at the Dollar General store, so definitely check those out if you have a Dollar General near you. They like sticking these actually in the hot chocolate. So I'm kind of winding down for the day. I got this wreath here on the pantry area, and there's the Merry Christmas sign over that. I've got a little bit more decorating to do over here by the coffee bar and trying to sort out what of that stuff may kind of end up over here by the coffee bar. I changed out the wreath on the garage door and put the Happy Holidays sign up. And then I got one more tree up actually. So I'm kind of at a winding down point here. And I think what I'm gonna have to do is, this tree needs a lot more ornaments on it. And I do have more ornaments, but what's happening this year is I ordered a flocked tree, and it's not here yet. It's where that kind of fall tree is gonna go. So my plan is, This tree is gonna have kind of gingerbread, maybe like sweet tree ornaments. I need to get something candy cane to tie in with the bow at the top. I really love the bow at the top, by the way. I'm still kind of undecided on the ribbon going down, but I like something different. I do think I'm gonna wrap it around for the flocked tree that's coming in the living room and my office tree, which I'll show you in a minute. But I like that it's different. I was just wanting it to be a little bit different this year. So far so good, but this needs a ton more ornaments. So I want to try to find some more, like this one right here. I got that at Kirkland's last year on clearance when they were kind of clearancing out all their Christmas stuff. I want to try to find some bigger ones actually, because I have a lot of smaller ones, you know, bulb size and smaller, just kind of what I would call regular size ornaments. But I want to try to find some really big ones to kind of put into some of these holes. And then I think get some little like sprigs, you know, with just some like glitter on them or something, just to kind of fill this one out a little bit. So that's kind of my vision for this one, and I'll work on that the next week or so, trying to find what I want to fill this one in. And I may have some more snowman ornaments over here that'll go on this one. And then the tree in here, it's going to be more champagne colored, and all of these ornaments that I have actually put on my main tree before, this one that's here behind me, I'm actually going to save these back for the flock tree. So these are going to be like kind of glittery and very champagne colored. It's going to be just very sparkly basically. So that's what I'm going to do for the flocked tree. So that's why I've held back all of those, because when that tree gets here, all of those will go on that tree. And then I did get my tree in my office put up, so I need to go take the box for it to the garage and get that put away. My office is still kind of a hot mess, but I got this tree last year. I really like having a tree in this room because this window is right in the front. And so that way when I open the blinds at night, there's a tree in the front. Then also when I have one in the dining room, that'll be another tree in the front as well. But this is just something festive that I can have here in my office. I kind of shift it to the side for a couple different reasons. There's a vent there, but then also if we ever have guests, which this year we may not, so I might just slide it over this year. This couch pulls out into like a sleeping area, so sometimes I use this room for extra sleeping area too when we have guests here. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the items that I had packed in the box for this tree. This is the star that I've used. I have a little teeny tiny tree skirt for this tree, and then also some ribbon to put on it as well. So these are the types of ornaments that I'm gonna put here on my office tree, and these are some of my favorite ornaments ever. I have a number of these glass snowmen that I got at Crate and Barrel a number of years ago, and I haven't seen anything like that. So I decided I'm going to kind of keep this tree silver, white, snowman, and kind of a little bit more glam and neutral. I actually changed out the star for this one that I had, which is just a silver snowflake with some kind of pearl centers on there. I kept the white and silvery ribbon going down, and I'm actually going to get a different tree skirt, I think, or find something different that's a little bit more neutral for the bottom as well. But at least the tree is up and it's lit, and I'll add that on my list of things to look for when I'm going to different stores looking. But I'm going to get all of these put on the tree, and then I think I'm about done for the evening. So there are those on there, and they're a little bit whimsical, but I just love them so much. They're some of my favorite ornaments, and when the light comes from behind them, they're just really, really fun. So I'm going to try to keep this tree as neutral as possible and kind of more white and silver, but I did want to put my favorite little snowmen on there, and they kind of get a pass because they are a glass ornament. So that's what this tree looks like right now, and I'm hoping to find some more kind of silver dangly ornaments to put on this one, so I'm going to go write that down on my list. But at least that is a start, and I've got 2 trees up out of what will probably end up being 3 bigger ones and 3 smaller ones, because we'll put a little one in the playroom and little ones in both the girls' rooms too. So thanks for watching decorating our trees today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's decorating vlog. I'll be sharing some more trees that we'll be doing here at the house and kind of finishing off the decorating and some vlogs upcoming. And Vlogmas is also right around the corner. Thanks for watching today, and have a great day.